Welcome to the channel. We're going to be looking at the facade pattern. The facade is a structural design pattern that provides a simple and unified interface to a complex system of classes. So instead of interacting directly with multiple classes, the client interacts with a single class, the facade. We're going to be looking this. This is a way in which you are interacting with your system, or your system is uh, is working right now. So we are creating several instances, and then we are executing a few methods. They could be more in a real scenario. But instead of doing this in the client, what you do is just create one class, the system facade, and then you put all this into it, and then you execute one method, and that method is going to execute all these things. Let's see how this can be represented in the Visual Studio Code. So we got the authentication service here. In this line, you probably would be calling to MySQL connection or doing a query. Your database is the one who is going to connect you to any engine, database engine, or that you may want to use. And the logger is going to write something in a file, or maybe in a table, in a database table, uh, something to keep history or track of the things that are happening. And let's see here, this is the client, the code client, as we saw before. We just are calling many things here, but we could do that using these two lines, right? Like we said before, the login facade is doing everything just by executing this login uh, method and passing the user and passing the the password here. Okay, let's see the login facade, which is the very important thing here. So we create these three uh, properties. We are instantiating them here, the new these classes, the out service, the database class, and the logger class. And see that we are not using here composition or injection dependency. We are creating here the classes. So this class is very tight coupling. But that's the way facade works, right? And it has this login method. And then when you pass the user and the password and receive them, and then the first thing is to connect to the database, and then it asks if this user is authenticated or if it exists in your database. And if it exists, then it logs like the user has been authenticated. And that's it. You probably are thinking, well, this class may not be fulfilling the single responsibility because it does many things. Well, the single responsibility is not about do many things. It's about doing one uh, responsibility. It has to have one reason to change, right? And what is the reason of this class? The reason is that it is orchestrating uh, the use of all these classes in doing one thing, which is, uh, well, it's doing several things indeed, but is orchestrating all these things. So, why would be a good reason for this class to change? Well, if the user service change, facade, the login facade class may not need to change. If you change something in your database connection, that doesn't matter to login facade class. And if you change something here in the logger, that doesn't matter to the login facade class. But if you change the order in which things are happening here, if you need to create another order, then you may need to change this facade. So basically, that is all. This is what a facade does. It hides complexity uh, in the client code. This is the client code, right? It is doing many things. So if we get r- rid of this and we just use these two lines, we will get the same results, right? We will get the same results. Notice that here everything is working. So that was the facade code. I hope you help me with a like and subscribe, and I'm going to keep a link to my GitHub repository so you can download the code and take a look at it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.